My name's Owen Setter. I work for Greenslade Taylor Hunt, where I am the head of new homes. So my role involves coordinating a team and working with branches to sell new homes across the South West. Throughout the process of working with Harriet through our training over the course of the last 2 years, I was becoming more and more aware of some quite significant problems really that were existing within my team. It was really only through the sort of mentoring that you receive here and real life solutions to problems that you were presented with and that you were able to kind of work through, that I was able to not only kind of deal with the initial problem that we had, which was the team was not working, to then being able to really put in place a new grounding from which that new team setup could build from, which now puts us in a place where I'm really excited for the future, where I know now that I have a team that know how each other work, want to work for each other, and most importantly want to work together to do the best job that they possibly can for the business that we work within. I had my first sort of interaction with Sandler because Greenslade Taylor Hunt involved Sandler to provide us with training for our sales valuers. So that was really putting in place a process to empower us as valuers really to make sure that when we went out to do evaluation, that every time we did that, the process was pretty much the same. So you can deal with any any homeowner that you come across, and you basically try and install the same process over and over again, and by doing it that way they follow your process and creates more success. So that was my first sort of interaction with Sandler, and from that time onwards I feel like it's really benefited me, not only professionally but personally as well. The skills that we've improved and grown over the course of the last 2 years really have been more a reflection of how we work within a team, how we build the cultures of the teams that we lead to be successful and stick together, or not stick together, to give you the skills that you might need to actually go, do you know what, this setup doesn't work and we need to change it. And without a lot of the thought processes that we've gained over the course of that 2-year period, I know I wouldn't be able to do it. The strength of character that I've got often doesn't put me in a place where I've got the ability to kind of say no or be firm with people. But by working on certain things with Harriet, we've been able to allow ourselves to maybe create an environment where certain things are okay, and that in a professional environment, things are about the business and they're not necessarily about personalities, and you have to put certain things to one side. And I think that's something personally I've always struggled with. And as I say, I think over the course of that training we've done, it's given me the strength. I felt empowered to be able to make certain calls and change certain things that I probably wouldn't have before. The one thing that was probably the most beneficial was we were all encouraged to create our leadership philosophy, a kind of concept of how you like to work, how you would like people to work with you, what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are. And we were encouraged to share that with our teams, and by doing that it's allowed me to communicate very differently with my team. It's allowed everybody to kind of buy into a set of core values from which we all kind of agree upon. What that has then meant is we've been able to really look at the team as a whole and where people's strengths are, where people's weaknesses are, and where everybody's role sort of starts and ends. And that's definitely created efficiency for us. The crossover from my professional life into my personal life has been a bit of a surprise. I don't think I ever expected to be, asked to do a training course at work that would actually change the way I think and probably behave outside of my professional life. I think it's probably made me a better person. I think it's made me an easier person to communicate with, a clearer person to communicate with. It's made me probably somebody that is actually easier to live with, frankly, because I'm more likely to communicate in a clearer way. I personally would recommend Sandler to anyone who's managing a team, to be honest with you. It's as broad as that. I think if you are somebody who is managing a team, running a small business, running a medium-sized business, running a large business, I think there are benefits to be taken for you in almost any walk of professional life. The skills that I've gained in terms of how to communicate with a team, how to communicate with clients, how to communicate at home will help me going forward. So if you're wanting to build efficiency, if you're wanting to build a better team culture, if you're wanting to build a better culture within your wider firm, you should think about it.